Hi, I'm Dan Cortopassi. Today I'm reviewing an N-scale 5188 cubic foot covered hopper from ScaleTrains. My example is decorated for BNSF in the Santa Fe Heritage paint scheme. This car is part of the ScaleTrains rivet counter line. It is available direct from ScaleTrains for $31.99, which is the price I paid for it. ScaleTrains also offers this model in other paint schemes with detail variations to match the prototype cars. We'll start the model at 100 possible points. The card comes in a plastic jewel case box with a cardboard outer wrapper. Inside the box, the model is protected by a two-piece plastic cradle, and inside that the car is wrapped in a layer of flexible plastic. This is an excellent box that should do a great job protecting the car for storage and transport. I found several photos of the real BNSF 485-171 online, and the model appears to be an exact match, right down to the placement of the reflector strips on the sills. ScaleTrains offers these cars with road-specific detail variations. The horizontal ribs on this BNSF car are not present on the Union Pacific car, for example. The paint on the car is opaque and thin enough not to obscure detail. All of the markings are crisp and the small writing is legible with magnification. About the only flaw I found was a tiny scratch in the Santa Fe logo on one side, and that only shows up when looking at the car with a magnifying glass. The car has subtle vertical rib detail on the sides as well as the thicker horizontal ribs that I mentioned earlier. A separately applied, very delicate air brake line runs down one side along the bottom of the sill. The end ladders are part of the same piece that makes up the side ladders. Both ends have brake system components, although only the B end has an air reservoir and brake wheel. The car has photo-etched crossover platforms, delicate uncoupling levers, and brake hoses. On top, the car has a photo-etched see-through walkway with separately applied grab irons. I like how the support posts for the walkway are an integral piece. This should help to keep the walkway from separating from the supports, as sometimes happens with photo-etched parts. The trough hatch detail is outstanding, although the hatches do not open. Underneath, the car has excellent discharge gate detail. I like the holes in the central bracing, even though these can't be seen when the car is on the track. The coupler on the A end is high, so I'm taking 5 points. The coupler on the B end is also high. These couplers have no trip pins, so they can't be used with magnetic uncouplers. All of the wheels are in gauge according to the NMRA standards gauge. Unfortunately, the car wobbles, so I'm taking 5 points. The car weighs 1.2 ounces, very close to the NMRA recommended 1.1 ounces for a car of this length. I don't see any obvious way to take the car apart, so adding more weight might be tricky. Probably the easiest way would be to find something to fill in the cavities between the discharge gates on the bottom of the car. The car is very free rolling. Let's take a look at what we've got. The car had 2 high couplers and it wobbles, so I took 15 points in the standards in operation category. That leaves us with a total of 85 out of 100 possible points, which would be a B on a report card. This is a nice model and it deserves a green signal. This is a pretty nice model. If you're a fan of BNSF or just want some modern era hoppers for your layout, I think you'll like it.